best of 7 finals. Thanks everybody for being here. Hit that thumbs up button if you haven't already down below the stream. Just gives us more visibility here on Africa.
All right. In the bottom left-hand side of the map, representing the awesome team Alpha X.
And in the top left, it's Rogue. Special portrait and all.
Classic just had a generic Protoss one, right? Like the Agendicator or something?
Yeah. That'd be interesting.
It would be cool if we would still get some new portraits and such.
Yeah, but expecting that at this point seems a bit futile.
Alright, so Probe Scout for Classic. Interesting he doesn't try and block the Zerg's hatchery, which seems so common last time I checked.
I was gonna say, this is the first time I've cast a ZVP where there hasn't been a hatch block in like a month.
Can you tell Classic is a little bit classic in a few ways? Oh!
Oh!
Battery fake out.
Fake out. Rogue, is he gonna respond to this? Yes.
3 drones. Nothing major though. Rather late pull.
It's not panicking, but it is unnecessary droneage.
There's the cancel.
Cancel, and now Rogue says, I've been bamboozled. Not too bad, though. I'll just stay down here with my drones and wait a few seconds, and we'll be fine.
It's all good, man.
Well, Rogue just doing standard stuff, enough lings to handle an adept that shows up, getting some queens, target opening from Classic, that hasn't changed.
Classic is one of the guys with god tier air unit control, right?
Yes.
So that'll be exciting to see if he's able to out-finesse Rogue a bit. Okay, PvZ. I wonder if we'll get any late Sky Toss games.
You know, it can be awful hard for a Zerg player to prevent that from happening.
Yes. If Zergs had a surefire way of preventing it,
I mean, there's not a...
it.
Right. I mean... Dragon, or, German Taxi, Queen Walk, that kind of stuff, it can work to prevent a Protoss who is going straight to Sky Toss. But smart Protoss are just like, I'll just make a ground army first, get some Colossus, some Mortals, Archons, get Storm out, and then while you're busy dealing with that, then I'll just second a Sky Toss. And you can't do anything about it. Right.
Yeah, it seems that if Protoss has enough breathing room to build up a surefire ground army, that getting to the air army is not that much further of a step. Classic, just with the stones, flying his Oracle in and getting 3 drones. By gosh, that was impressive. Void Ray is next, kills off the Overlord. Twilight Council, Forge follow-up, and third base on the way for the Protoss. 2 Adept Shade into the third, but no drones were there yet.
Smart.
The Adept's a little bit too early.
Taking some petulant shots at the queens, not able to kill them.
They come back around, though, able to get 2 drones.
I mean, they're dead now, but that was nice.
3 drones is decent on top of 3 drones from the Oracle.
Yeah, adds up. I like how the Adept with this skin, they explode when they die. Like,
yeah.
How do they explode?
It's because they're robots, right?
They're not, though.
Aren't
I mean,
they?
maybe with the skin they are, but
Yeah, with the
lore-wise
skin,
they're
I
not.
mean. They're the
Yeah.
the purifiers.
Oh, it's a purifier skin adept. Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
So they ribbits.
Honestly, I think everything exploding is a good time. What was that April Fool's? Was that an April Fool's where units like exploded with confetti when
right?
they died?
Yeah, workers exploded with confetti and they had party hats. That
Dude,
was awesome.
That was my favorite thing they've ever done, I think, for April Fool's. That was so cool. I want that available as a skin. I don't care about a lot of these skins, but if I could make it so that all the units in the game exploded when they died, I'd use it.
Wasn't the better April Fool's, what was it, like, what could fly that wasn't supposed to?
Oh, did they make... Was it Reapers?
No, it wasn't Starcraft 2. I know there was flying SCVs in Brood War.
Yeah, I mean, that was terrible.
But there was a building or something I thought that could fly at one point. It was, or was it bunkers or something? I can't remember what it was.
So I think you're thinking about not an April Fool's thing. This was just a bug.
Yeah, it was just a bug.
Oh, yeah. No, where you could put bunkers inside of command centers.
That was the one.
Yeah, that was an amazing about week and a half. In
I
StarCraft
never
2
logged
history.
on during that, and I forever regret it.
Mm-hmm. It was bonkers. Ooh, that's a really good stasis.
That's classic, man.
Really good stasis. Dude, Classic is ramping up for something here.
Killing the world champion.
La la la. I know how to kill Zerg. You haven't changed that much.
A bug's still a bug.
Yeah. Charging in. Nope, just kidding. Charging in again. Trying to get on. The queens are tanking really well for these roaches versus the zealots. Oh, that was extremely well handled by Rogue. Are we surprised? No.
No.
Great, though. Fantastic.
Yeah, well done by Rogue. Classic looked to be pretty sharp there, but Rogue is still Rogue. Okay, Phoenix on the way. 3 batteries on the way for Classic behind this. No 4th yet for the Protoss. I wonder if we're going to see that soon.
It's about time for it.
Yeah, I don't mind the commitment to the 2 Immortals and Psystorm and cannons and everything by Classic before the 4th. But yeah, should be soon after that.
I like the Zealots trying to get into the natural, but they can't. Oh, they stopped. They were like running in place trying to get through the Zealot that was in a hold position at the natural. That was great.
Determination.
Yes, it's filled with determination.
Oracle's still alive somehow.
Because of the control.
Mm-hmm. Not for long if those mutas find it, though. Classic halted Phoenix production, actually, at 3. But Rogue's still making mutas, so... I don't know if Classic's gonna have enough. So it is interesting how he elected to stop building those. Oracle comes on in, gets 2 more drone kills, and gets out. By God, you're a madman.
1 HP on that Oracle.
I'm so glad he's showing us what I was talking about. Like, yeah, he's just that good with his Oracle control. And Oracle's still an Oracle.
Roach is in production. Hydralisk Den coming in, but not going to be finished anywhere near in time for the attack that's incoming. And here come... Whoa! Coming into that natural base of Classic. The Mutalisk.
Not going to cut it.
Okay, this is bad. This is really bad. The army's out of position to deal with this. Classic says, let's go!
Base trade time. How many times have we seen this song and dance?
7. Wait. So the Phoenix theoretically should be able to kill
the battery
all of these
overcharge.
Mutalisks.
That's
but
cute.
the battery's gone.
Yeah, still, Classic's response to this is pretty good. Actually shaving off some of the mutas. Stalkers warp in to help out too. Pushing in on the Zerg side of the map. Kills the 4th. However, Rogue does seem to be holding back at home. Loses a lot of roaches, though.
Yeah, a lot of those roaches dying. Ravager's kind of holding the fort back by that 3rd base.
And look at that. Classic deflects the mutas, so now we can focus all on the attack if he chooses to do so.
He's not choosing to do so right now. But yeah, I mean, Phoenix versus Mutalisk is just not something any Zerg player enjoys doing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Classic, I mean, he's on 4 bases too.
Yeah, that looked disastrous, and he did take some hits, but he did enough damage on the other side.
Yeah, he killed the base.
Yeah, and killed all the Mutalisks. That
Uh-huh.
he's okay.
Yeah, he's got Psystorm, he's got Immortals still. All in all, I think Classic's in a beautiful spot. How is he this good already?
Secret military training regimen.
Now, Rogue is doing what Rogue does, which is roaches.
And the Ravagers. The Lurker Den's coming in. That'll be really good against this comp. There are not a lot of Immortals here.
The Oracle's out for blood.
Oracle's back.
Psystorm.
Crucible connecting a little bit there.
Yeah, great retreat by Rogue to avoid the majority of the Psystorm. Comes back
Wants
on
to
again.
kill these Immortals real bad, but the storm dodging is just insane here from Rogue.
Phoenix lifting up.
Yeah, there's no Hydras here. They can do whatever they want.
Gosh, what an engagement by these players. The Void Ray being cutesy.
Look at that spore at the front. It's like, I'm important. I'm important.
Yeah, Hydras are now on the way. Lurker Den is done for Rogue, but still, Classic spot is not bad. Upgrade-wise, he's heading into +3. There's no more upgrades on the way for Rogue, who's only on +1. Yeah.
Seismic Spine's on the way. The Lurkers are going to be such a problem. Classic is double pumping Immortals in response to this. He knows. He can smell it coming. Immortals are going to be good. And I like this, just keeping the pressure on. The more you can keep Rogue on his side of the map, the easier it is to beat him. Not the same for anybody, really. If you can be on the offensive long enough.
Yeah, if Classic can successfully collapse on top of this army and Rogue does not retreat properly and is forced into a fight, Classic will win this 100%. Rogue is doing a good job retreating for now, though, but there's some Psystorm.
That base goes down. That's not even a cancel. Lurker's getting some real nice spines up. That range upgrade needs to finish now, and it does. And now it's going to be much harder for Classic to engage here.
Revelation, by gosh.
That Oracle is MVP Oracle of the month.
Absolutely.
Month of August.
All right, Classic's actually going to elect to go for it. Psystorm lands beautifully. Lurkers are getting shots off, but can they hold on long enough? Phoenix are even coming on in. Classic using every tool at his disposal, just lifting up the Zerg units, and I think he's going to take map number 1.
Classic takes game number 1 against GSL champion Rogue.
Holy cow.
He looks so good. He looks so good.
It's not even fair how good this guy is already. Holy cow.
He's gonna make some waves very, very soon. I mean, these are waves, but more waves.
Yeah, this is already quite the wave.
All right, so game 1, wherein Rogue did manage to get across the map with his Mutalisks, kill a ton of probes, really harm the economy there of Classic. Classic wins the game anyway. That is so hard to do. But, you know, it helps. He was on the other side of the map, kill the base, and then from there, Storm, Immortals, Archons, some Phoenix doing some lifting there as well. Just a nice composition, good combination of units there. And Classic gets the win in game 1.
Yeah, Classic just showed his god tier defense there. He was able to defend perfectly, despite attacking.
Absolutely insane.
Whereas a lot of Protoss would have lost their Phoenix, they would have, yeah, just snowballed against the Mutas. Classic shows that you don't have to do that against 15 or 16 Mutas, however many it was.
No, just 5 or 6 Phoenix, you'll be fine.
Well, it was only like 3 he had. That was the impressive part.
Few? Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, that's pretty good.
Okay, so I think they got a good player. It's Alpha X's Classic.
And in the bottom right, he's down 1-0. It's Rogue. Again, not as important in a best of 7 to be down 1-0.
No. Now we're on Lightshade. Do you think this will be the Skytoss map?
I don't know. I haven't found a map yet where Skytoss hasn't shown up, so...
This is true.
But Classic didn't need it. He
No.
won with ground toss in game 1. Some Phoenix, but come on.
Interestingly enough, no hatch block again by Classic.
Rogue's like, this is the best I've felt in months.
It's like when like a pinched nerve is no longer pinched or something.
Yeah.
It's like, I can move, I can be free.
I can throw down my natural at my natural against a Protoss. Maybe it lulls them into a false sense of security. Maybe it's mind games from Classic.
Maybe. Throws the Zerg off their rhythm.
Yeah. Like the Zerg basically just relaxes a little bit. Maybe their timings aren't as crisp now. Classic. Coming through with the mind games.
Well, yeah, if you think about it, the Zerg spends, say, 9 out of 10 of their games practicing with their natural over here.
Yeah. Oh, look at this. He's blocking the third, though.
Ooh.
That's funny.
Classic, you dog.
I kind of love it. Like, Rogue likes to go for these super fast third timings. I'm going to be ready for it. And it's not going to happen. He has to get some lings out first.
What a villain.
So he goes from being like, Rogue, you can relax, to Rogue, you have to adjust on the fly here, and now you're frustrated.
Yeah, and in game number 1, he went for a false cannon rush.
Right. He's just keeping Rogue off balance, I think is what he's trying to do.
Classic is really bringing it.
I like it. Go Classic. Stargate opening as per usual.
Based on how good his Oracle control was that game, who can blame him? Like, that was literally top-tier Oracle control.
Yeah. Is that Oracle survived at the end of the game?
I think it did.
That's crazy. That never happens.
Yeah, particularly in a game that there's mutas out.
Yeah. That's Classic. You're God. Aha! Zergling down. Mission accomplished. First blood. Let's see. Warp gate. Oh, Void Ray opening, which is cool. You can kill Overlords real easy on your side of the map. It's easier to defend your third base. You can take it earlier if you have a Void Ray. So I like it. Classic. Gonna kill this Overlord and is gonna head down and try to take a third. Probably wait for Warp gate on that, but the Void Ray again just really helps.
We'll see what he makes after, and it's going to be an Oracle, so swapping the order around this game. And why else would you swap it around other than to keep Rogue on his toes? Oracle after Void Ray.
Gas is getting taken right on time here, and there's your third base. Probe moving down. Yeah, so one Adept and a Void Ray can do wonders against a handful of Lings that try to shut that down.
Oh.
Oh, Insta-Fleet Beacon. Okay, this is it, man.
Second Stargate? Yup.
Yeah, so Rogue's got the Roach Warren coming up. If he sniffs this out, this is not a super long rush distance to go.
No. Rogue could be thinking about that anyway. But still, if Classic sort of counteractively picks up on that, he can just fire up a few Void Rays. I mean, he could make a Tempest if he wanted to. Oh, Teutonic Destabilizers and a Tempest on the way? What are you doing, Classic, you mad lad?
What?
Is he gonna go for, like, hatchery snipes or something?
Yeah. It's gotta be. Classic, you madman. I have not seen a Protoss attempt this in over a year.
I think the last guy I saw try this was Max Pax or someone. And it was literally against the Roach Queen thing. I can't remember if he won or lost, though.
Yeah, this is a Max Pax play. This isn't a Classic play.
Okay, Roach gets tagged. Queen's moving across the map. Cannon's on the way. Batteries on the way. The Tempest are on the way. Well, second batch of Tempest are on the way, and they're going to be able to start working away on these queens.
They outrange queens by 1 billion. So ideally, you shouldn't ever take any shots from a queen if you have Tempests. Alright. Oh, you're taking shots. Hold up. Void Ray here to deal with the roaches. Yeah. Void Ray has to get a little bit too close for comfort there. Zerglings are going to try to jump on these cannons and shield batteries.
Battery trying to help. Though.
Oh, the overcharge. The cannon is invincible for the time being. Corrosive Bile trying to take down that shield battery. Can't quite do it.
Yeah, Classic trying to hold on. Oracle has not been helping out in this fight against the Lings, which I will say has been a bit of a slight mistake by Classic. That could have been helping out much earlier, but still, the Zerg's army is wearing thin. The Tempest do have to be microed back as one falls.
Tempest down. It's okay. It's mostly Queens and Ravagers here. Running up behind it is Rogue, and he's getting more Aspire. So I don't think he intends to win the game here, but he's done enough damage.
Yeah,
it's a Classic that he feels. Yeah. He's killing a bunch of probes. This third base has been absolutely under fire forever, and it's probably going to go down. Can he save the third? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 probes go down, and he does save the third base, but something of a hit to his economy there, but nothing to seriously worry about, I don't think.
Yeah, there's 4 Tempests still alive, however, so they can threaten the Zerg.
Oh yeah, look at that Overlord. He dead.
Void's on the way behind this. Quite interesting. I think Rogue will be finding any counter damage, though, as he does have Corruptors on the way.
Look at the Spore die, though.
Even the
fast.
Queens.
Yeah, no bonus damage versus units, but still,
a
lot of damage.
He's not
this base going down.
And he's does he have to one-shot?
He's one-shotting Queens.
Classic, you mad lad.
I didn't think that was enough. It's enough.
No, is he gonna get the hatch?
He's gonna get it.
Recall?
Hatch down and a recall out. Loses 1 Tempest, and that's it. So close, though. All right, Rogue gets knocked down to 3 bases. Classic on 3 bases.
Classic, you dirty boy. You are so dirty.
All right, Rogue's sending his Corruptors over to see what they can do. Can catch them. Ow. God, the range, though. Built specifically to kill Broodlords. Work well against other stuff, too.
Is that a lore thing? The Protoss made the Tempest kill Broodlords?
No, Blizzard did.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Tempest, I mean, Broodlords were just giving Protoss fits and fits and fits and fits and fits. And so they developed the Tempest specifically to be able to kill Broodlords. That was their design method. There's been a few units like that in the history of Brood War and StarCraft 2, where a unit is like, you go to the drawing board with the intent of countering one single thing. Caustic Spray, main base. Pylon, dead. Oh no, he gave up on it too soon. Timing was a little off.
The Void Ray count is growing. One thing I will say is there's no air upgrades for Classic. I'd love to see +1 on the way. He's getting charge on the ground, however. He's already got +1 for his Zealots, so Void Ray Zealot as a composition.
Yeah, Archon's in production now. Hydras, Roaches, upgrades for both missile attack and air attack coming in. Cute little Zealot attack here. Gonna do very well against Hydras for sure.
Yeah, particularly a small number. Drones are actually being pulled into this. Okay.
Alright, 9, 10 drones die. The buffering is enough to kill the Zealots, but that was brutal. It's a hit to the economy. Classic's only down 5 workers now, and he was down a much bigger number earlier.
Yeah. Yeah, 10 drones is no joke. A few Hydras dying as well. And just the fact that 15 Zealots charged across the map has got to be a bit unsettling.
Yeah. Caustic Spray this base down?
Rogue's hesitating.
He can, especially if Classic's out on the map, which he is, but he probably needs to come home to defend at this point.
Yeah. The Corruptors will be needed to help in this.
So, goodbye base again. Second time hatchery falls today.
Archons, Zealots against a few Hydras. The Voids can always just prismatic overcharge against the... Oh my god.
Wow.
Classic. What are you doing,
Just
Classic?
casually making Tempests and beating Rogue. No big deal.
It. Jesus.
He's gonna... Man. He's gonna be a monster on the next GSL. Holy smokes.
Yeah.
If he's doing this to Rogue... yeah, then he can do it to Dark, right? There's really not much of a difference there.
I know there is like a thing that like, oh, it's like online Rogue, but it's still Rogue.
Yeah. No, I've cast Rogue enough times in Afrika where he's just looked like an unstoppable beast and monster that I don't buy the whole Rogue Online persona. I just think Classic is keeping him on his back foot. He's making him rumble and stumble and not quite sure what's going on. And if you can take advantage of that, you can win games.
Now we're going into Blackburn.
Fun map.
This seems like a tough one for Classic. Still.
Oh, Classic's out of this GSL. Dang it. Next GSL then, after this one.
Spoilers, he lost to Zest in an incredibly close series.
Ah, PvP.
2-3.
What a matchup.
All right. In the right-hand side of the map, it's Alpha X's Classic.
Up 2-0, mind you. And in the bottom left, now he's a little bit worried. It's Rogue.
Call me a fool, but I still think Rogue is going to take this.
I was just thinking that. I was like, how surprised would I be if Rogue just won the series anyway? And the answer is not very. Like, how many different ways can you throw Rogue off balance, right? It's a 7-game series. How many tricks are in your bag? Can you bust out the Tempest again at some point? Maybe.
Cannons.
Oh my gosh. All right, bag of tricks open.
So you were saying how he's going to throw Rogue off again.
Yeah, he's trying.
Okay, in comes the probe.
Overlord in position to see this, though, which that's why you have an
Is it
Overlord
gonna be
over
the
your
3
natural.
at the top? Yes, it is.
Oh, he's like, come on, Forge, finish.
He's got to wait for the pylon to finish.
Yeah. All right, Classic is committing to this. Here we go.
Gate, cannon, yes.
Gate cannon.
Something to wall that in, maybe?
Yep. Another building there.
Another pylon. Interesting. Rogue's scared enough to cancel.
Yeah, smart move at this
Does
point.
Classic cancel that pylon? Yes, he does.
Oh, the game of cat and mouse here is so good.
Oh, this is crazy.
All right, Pool. Come on, Pool. Rogue's like, I need this Pool to finish.
Rogue didn't actually go for the gold like I thought he might do.
Honestly, at this position, you might as well. I don't think there's much Classic can do to bother it. He is all in right here.
Double gateways on the way behind this makes me assume, or can only assume, there's going to be a cyber core, right? Into stalkers.
Or just, there's your cyber core.
Stalker
you make
battery.
A zealot or not? No zealots. Just holding it with cannons for now.
Yeah, I think it's got to be stalker battery.
Yeah, I think you're right. Roachborn coming in real fast, which is the answer to this. Some Ravagers, really necessary versus these cannons and shield batteries. And better against Stalkers than the Roaches are in the situation. Ravagers have extra range. Yeah.
Classic steals minerals. Takes some shots on the probe, which I will say is significant, as that's his only probe.
But it's healing up real fast. Look at this.
Alright, battery on the way. Double stalker, then battery.
Yep.
Another one. Another one.
Just
probably another one.
¿Por qué no? 2 Ravagers on the way. Just very deliberate here from Classic.
Yeah, stalkers are already out, however.
There are no shield batteries, so that means any damage you take on the Zerg units, the Queens have got to heal them, I guess.
Yeah, that's a tough life for the Zerg. More batteries going up. Cannon gonna take a shot from the Corrosive Bile.
Yeah, at this point, just draining the energy off the shield batteries is the best that Rogue can do.
Yeah.
But...
yeah, that's a good drain there. Transfuse is huge. Rogue does seem to be handling this rather well. Not bleeding off any units just yet, which is where the snowball needs to happen for Classic to potentially get a win here. He's getting good damage on Ravagers, but not a single one has gone down so far.
Can Classic spare anything to send up to that second base of Rogue? I think that would be humongous.
I don't think Rogue's mining there, really, is he?
A little bit, but yeah, not much. But he needs to. He can't just one base this. First Ravager goes down. Spinecrawler taking hits, giving hits, and focus there. Very nice control there by
More
Classic.
batteries going up, but the energy is rather low. Still, though.
Shield battery down. Okay, that's big.
Rogue's afraid to commit on in further. Another battery finishes on up. More are going up for Rogue at this.
Okay, he's going.
Okay.
Spine's burrowing forward here, and Rogue going for it. Corrosive Biles trying to take... yes, 2 shield batteries go down with that one volley of Corrosive Biles.
Yeah.
Spine's working away on that shield battery. Okay, that's down real easy here.
I think he's done it.
Yeah, only 3 Stalkers remaining, just kind of getting backed into a corner. Another cannon shield battery goes down as another shield battery goes up. Yeah.
My gosh.
The Spines keep creeping forward here. Static defense versus static defense, getting some really nice hits off on those Stalkers. One goes down, another one goes down, and I think Rogue has held this.
Yeah, beautiful, beautiful defense by Rogue is all I can say. It was
disgusting micro.
It was hard to commentate in the minute there, but yeah, we really broke that down with replay analysis. There's a million things Rogue did right this game. Beautiful defense.
Wow. Yeah, Rogue says, don't count me out. Don't underestimate me. Don't just assume you can throw this up in full view of me and win.
Classic is an absolute monster, though.
He is. He got a lot of work done with those Stalkers. His timings and his building placements were perfect. A lesser Zerg, like anybody just below Rogue, probably loses to that right there. But Rogue is so good, so smart. Hey, John Solo likes that cheese. We've had a lot of cheese today.
It's been
a ton of cheese in the Africa.
All great games, though.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Some more standard ones, but also a bunch of just like proxies and weird stuff. An engineering bay block that lasted for 10 minutes.
Yeah, that was probably the most unique thing.
Yeah, that was crazy. So yeah, anybody who hasn't used the coupon code yet, again, all you got to do is go to the Matcherino website above the chat here, log in using whatever you want to log into Matcherino to, and click the use coupon code. You don't have to type any codes in. You don't have to remember anything. Just click the button and it applies it automatically. Super easy stuff.
What was very easy in the first place has got even easier.
Yes. So if you're not using the coupon code now, I honestly don't know what your excuse is.
They're going to start sending people to knock on your door.
Excuse me, sir. Have you heard the good word of our Lord and Savior coupon code at Matcherino? I think it would work.
It might do. Pew Pew says a message. Hello, what live Korea is... Or what live the Africa is many Korean. I assume not a native English speaker, but trying nonetheless. And yes, I like Korea.
Yeah.
I love Korea, actually.
I would like to visit Korea one day.
All right. In the top right-hand side of the map, representing Alpha X, it is Classic.
And in the bottom left, it's Rogue. Thank you, John Solo, for using that coupon code.
Look at this guy. Now he hatch blocks.
Look at that. And Rogue's like, fine. Had this done to me every PvZ for the last 6
Yeah.
months.
But do you think Rogue's like planting his head in his hands and is just like, why now? Why
Why
now?
now? What plans do you have, Classic?
Classic is just a master of mind games.
Just throwing people off their game. All right.
Okay.
Rogue, again, no vision on anything. Really wants to take his natural. Classic is not interested in that at all. Oh. Classic. You're so mean.
He's a bully. He's a professional bully. Bully gamer.
And... oh, not taking it, Rogue. I thought that drone would for sure would take a hard right and expand there, but we're just making drones, making lings, getting speed. Is Rogue 2-basing something here? It suddenly feels real suspicious.
Yeah, is he just gonna go? Yeah, he's not mining any gas.
Look at this.
Is it just gonna be lings? It's
Is
gotta
it
be. No gas, no roach warren.
Is it drone drill?
Drones and lings, maybe you're right. Or
A
is he
drone
just-
drill specifically, though. Who's getting a third now?
Yeah, that's so odd.
He's got one person back on gas.
Okay,
One drone back on
maybe
gas
he
here.
changed his mind.
This is really hard to read. What are you doing, Rogue? What's he got? 27 workers. He's droning up again. Okay, so just standard stuff here. I don't see any early attack coming. At least not now. We could still definitely see kind of a Roach Queen thing, but not in the next couple of minutes.
No. Yeah, interesting play by Rogue to pull out of the gas for a minute. I guess he just...
Just wanted more drones.
He can't... Wait. Okay, finished his speed. And now he's going back into mining. Huh. Quite bizarre. Adepts complete their shade in the main, actually. Classic
Alright,
is
so they're dead.
such a mad lad.
Classic does
Oracle
not care about his adepts.
kills
He really,
5 drones, though, during it.
he prefers Oracle harass, not adept harass.
Yeah, the adepts, they are sacrificial.
Yes. That's their entire purpose.
Sorry, adepts, you're an expensive distraction.
Yeah, he really doesn't care about those adepts at all. Is that an Overlord cruising through
Ooh,
Classic's
third
main?
goes up, but Rogue could potentially cancel this. No, okay, Rogue just gets into the main
Ooh.
base of Classic. Big blunder there. He saves it with an adept getting into the wall at the last second. Could take some damage here, though.
Yeah, 4 or 5 probes, maybe.
3.
Gosh, beautiful control there. And this is why you have a Void Ray. Oh, the front door's open.
Oh, okay. Oh, good work.
Oh, that was disgusting timing.
Still, though, that is a great move by Rogue. And if you're any Protoss and Rogue pulls that one off on you, it's not a good feeling.
Nah. Resonating Glaives getting fired up. So I've seen this a bunch recently where it's not a concerted Resonating Glaives attack, right? Like you're not
Okay.
necessarily trying to kill the Zerg, but you just show up with Resonating Glaive Adepts, get some damage done, and then pull back and just have them as part of your regular army from there on.
Just kind of see how it goes, huh?
Yeah. But I mean, it's not... I don't get the feeling from the Protoss they're trying to kill the Zerg at all. They just want to get Resonating Glaives because Resonating Glaive Adepts are really good as part of your main army comp. Oh, Oracle goes
Oh.
down. Classic's mad now.
That's a bad sign for Classic.
He needed that to win.
He could be losing
GG.
his grip on this series. I say that somewhat as a joke, but not really.
Not really. It's important, man. Oracles matter.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna say it. I think this Adept attack is gonna determine if Classic wins this series.
So this is quite a few more Adepts, but still, if he sacks these, I'm gonna be surprised.
Oh, beautiful wall there by Rogue. Queen's joining into the fight. Adepts are being shaved off at quite a high rate. Adepts have got into the main base. It looks like they'll commit.
Okay, that's it. Classic is committing here. They're all dead. They just, how much damage can they dish at this point?
Adepts are pretty slippery, so they may live a little bit longer yet. No drones have really died. Oh, he cancels it. What a bait there by Classic.
Oh, and Rogue doesn't have roach speed yet. So annoying.
7, 8 drones going down. Damage is starting to mount by the Protoss. There are roaches at every base at this point.
Yeah, and there's no warp prism either, which is another way you know this isn't really an all-in. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so he did some damage. 10 drones down is nothing to sneeze at, but again, this is Rogue we're talking about.
Yeah, still the Rogue's forced to an all-in here. Classic just needs to hold on. Not saying that's going to be easy based on the roach count of 25. The Void Ray is all of a sudden a godsend here in order to dissuade the roaches, buy a lot of time for the Protoss player, because Classic needs to be in all-on defense mode right now. He's making probes instead, though. 2 Immortals. I don't know if that's enough. He needs to be building like 1 trillion batteries right now.
I don't see 1 trillion batteries here, but I do see a ton of roaches and ravagers and queens.
2 Immortals are good, but I don't know if they're that good. The roaches do have +1 probes are being pulled on into this. The batteries are running out of energy. The overcharge one does go down. Yeah, Classic did not muster the defense he needed.
No, he sacrificed too much on those Adepts and did not get enough damage done with them. Mm-hmm. You really either need to commit to that with a ton of Adepts warping in with a Warp Prism, or send fewer Adepts so you have more stuff back home when this happens.
Yeah, GG. Rogue.
Yeah, just a miscalculation there from Classic. And yeah, Rogue, we back. 2-2.
Mm-hmm.
Rogue's back in the series. Not that he'd ever left, but we're just basically restarting this whole thing.
It's a best of 3.
Yeah. It has been transmogrified.
That's a word.
Yeah, it's from Calvin and Hobbes.
Was that just made up in Calvin and Hobbes?
I think so.
Huh. No.
I've never seen it anywhere else.
I bet it's one of those words that like was in a comic or something that became an actual word.
Right. Like the Far Side. So Stegosaurus, you know how they have those big spikes on their tails?
Okay.
The Far Side named it the LaughNgamez because a caveman named Thog died to it.
A man named Thog.
Yes, a caveman named Thog. And then paleontologists are like, we don't have a name for it, so LaughNgamez it is. I honestly need to see if Transmogrify is a Calvin and Hobbes thing. What does it date back to?
It sounds made up.
Yeah.
Transmogrify. It's just transformed, change.
Yeah.
Mog. What does Mog mean?
It's fun to say, Mog.
Modified.
I don't know. Wiktionary says the origin is uncertain. So does it predate Calvin and Hobbes in the 80s? Because Calvin makes a transmogrifier that's a cardboard box that turns them into stuff.
That's
no, transmogrify dates back to the 1650s. Holy crap. All right, there you go.
It's a word.
It's actually a word. It did not come from comic books in the 50s.
It might have been brought back though into pop culture.
Oh, I have no doubt that that's what happened. Agreed.
Okay.
It's fun to say. I like it.
In
All right.
the top right-hand side of the map, 2,000 atmospheres. It's classic.
And in the bottom left, it's Rogue. He was down 2-0. Now he is tied 2-2.
Okay. So, Pro moving out. Gateway. Not going to be in time for a hatch block. Potentially leaving Rogue to go. Why not now?
What is happening? So confused.
You think Classic has a dice on his desk? And he just rolls it while I hatch block?
It's pretty diabolical. Trying to go for true random here.
Is there such a thing, though?
As true random? I think there is, but I don't think people are capable of doing it.
Yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, I'm sure there's like a particle or something that like has true randomness.
Yeah. Something in physics.
Yes.
I don't know what it is. I'm not that smart.
Well, maybe if you get your transmogrifier and figure it out.
Vocabulary word of the day. Transmogrify. Yeah, he ends up turning into a duck. What else? Tyrannosaurus Rex one time. And he's miffed because his mom doesn't recognize he's a Tyrannosaurus Rex when he comes to dinner.
Oh, right.
He's mad about it.
Respect my authority.
Yeah. Favorite comic of all time. Gotta love Calvin and Hobbes. Hey, look, Stargate.
Huh. How about that?
Huh. So yeah, nothing crazy here in game number 5. Void Ray opening, very standard stuff. Classic is up on the meta. He was definitely gone when they buffed Void Rays, though.
Yeah,
But that was
must have
just a
been
year
nice
ago.
surprise to come back to.
No kidding. It's like, really? They're cheaper and they move faster? And they take less time to build?
By God, you'd think it was a Widow Mine.
Jeez. There was somebody on the Starcraft 2 balance team who loves Void Rays, and this is how good they used to be back in the day.
He just wanted to leave StarCraft in, like,
Yep.
the most
Leave his
ridiculous way. Maybe they were thinking, like, when I go back to StarCraft 10 years from now for a trip down memory lane, what'll I do? Oh, you know, I'll probably make Void Rays like I always have. Let's make those good. How about DTs?
I'm down. I won't say no to Blink DTs showing up and sniping a lair. That'd be cool. All important Oracle. Oh, he lost the Oracle and he lost the last game. That's the
We should pay
pattern.
attention to this one, huh?
So he didn't make an Oracle in the game that he lost. And he lost an Oracle in the other game that he lost.
Classic. 3 drones again. Oh no.
Oh, it was so good until the very end.
That was so. The third queen showing up really boondockled him. Or boonswiped
Yeah.
him.
3 Queen anti-air at this stage of the game is really hard to deal with. Queen good unit. Of course, without it, Zerg dies to a lot of stuff, so... Necessary unit. Hey, look, Resonating Glaives again. Alright, let's see what Classic does with these.
It is interesting to see the way Classic's thought process works. It's literally, if I see 2 queens and target down on the drones, I can get 3 drones and get out.
Yep.
But a 3rd queen showed up.
Yes.
Okay. Adopts. No roaches on the way just yet. And the adepts are already barreling across the map. Rogue? He's busy dealing with this queen.
Rogue.
And he was actually a little bit supply blocked, so he couldn't make any more roaches for a second.
All right, here they come.
Oh, beautiful spore block.
Oh, that's fantastic. All right.
It's still just queens against adepts, however.
You need zerglings or roaches or something here. Banelings are good. All right, drone's evacuating that third base because it's a total madhouse right now. Fair enough. Smart move.
Okay, does he reburrow the spore? That's beautiful.
Yeah.
That is so.
And the adepts are like, do we cancel?
No.
All right.
Yeah.
And look, he saved. Oh wait, he's going back. No, save them for later.
The drones are transferring. The adepts are still there, actually.
They're in the neighborhood.
Okay.
All right, now they're. Wait. They're
Yeah?
sort of going home. They're just kind of perched out here towards the top.
Yeah, this is a really drawn out all-in, or attack? Yeah, attack, not all-in.
No, not at all.
Oh, he cancels there. Good call. Infestation pit for Rogue, so not going to be a roach all-in.
Yeah, Hydralisk then getting started here too. Poor Overseer. Does not have
It's a hard
speed.
life.
Speed's almost done. 5
Does it
seconds
make
away.
it?
Not enough to save it. No. No.
Uh,
Close.
Yeah, I think Classic honestly got himself a bit of a lead there just by how long he dragged that all in on. If we look at the worker count, it's been fairly even, which is alright for Protoss, the fact that Rogue hasn't been ballooning up in drones. And oh, Robobay on the way. Disruptors is something awesome here. Okay, in goes Classic, stepping on to creep.
Yeah, Lurker Den on the way here, but just like in game 1, there's not a lot of time. I mean, there's a window here where Lurkers don't exist. Where I think Classic needs to get something done, but he's expanding. Okay, so he's basically just giving Rogue the time he needs to get Lurkers out. That's what he did right there.
Yeah, this could be a game that leads into Sky Toss.
Yep. Got Disruptors and Stalkers and Adepts, and you're like, okay, we gotta handle this, says Rogue, and then suddenly Carriers. Suddenly Carriers. Not a good feeling for most circles.
That would be the title of my autobiography.
Suddenly Carriers. A LaughNgamez autobiography. Now available at Barnes & Noble.
And on Amazon, whatever.
Yes, and on Amazon. Alright, Rogue expanding up the left side here too. I like that pattern from him. Lings really want to do something here, but they're just not accomplishing anything.
Except dying, yeah.
Yeah.
This is quite interesting. Classic going into Disruptors. I mean, he's going to be going up to 6. And Nidus is on the way for a Rogue. So these two will be clashing with the tech they're both on now. I'm curious to see if there'll be any transitions or anything soon. Or is Classic going to try and force the issue? It's going to be hard because Lurkers...
Nidus on the way.
Only one Lurker.
Run! Oh, took one hit, but not two.
Oh, hallucinated Colossus. Target.
But Spore revealed that it was hallucinated, so Rogue's not going to do it. I like that Overseer. Like, yo, maybe don't just wander into the main base while there's an Overseer taped to you. Just duct taped.
Has that been a Carbot skit?
Where an Overseer is duct taped to a warp prison? Not that I'm aware of. That sounds fun, though. Hey, Fleet Beacon.
That sounds like something that'd be in a Carbot animation.
It does.
Oh, there's the Noidus.
What's in it, though? Nothing.
Air.
Cool. Gonna airsoft you to death. Pow pow. Gonna put some plastic pellets in there.
Yeah, you think like a Nidostorm could fire a rock?
I bet it could. It's got muscles in it. That's how it moves
does.
stuff through. I bet it could launch something out if it wanted to.
If it can launch a Ling, it can launch a...
Rock? Yeah. Depends on the size of the rock, but sure. Nidus in the main base, completely undefended and not responded to at all by Classic. And a bit of a Ling attack at the
problem.
4th. Rogue's just everywhere, and Classic isn't quite on top of this right now.
No, not quite. I mean, he's doing... Oh, beautiful. God tier force fields.
Okay, Ravager's all dying. Oh, okay, Hydra's and this one. Nice.
Yeah, gaggle of Hydras show up.
Templar Archives getting sniped would be nice. It's very good, very good.
Oh,
no more High Templar. Now the Lurkers are in. Zealot Stalkers trying to target them down. Disruptors coming in. Now it's time to go home. And, oh, Lurker does not make it in before he gets killed. So close, though. He got so far.
Oh, and there's carriers on the way.
And there it is. Classic doing the Protoss thing. He does need to rebuild the Templar Archives, though, because you do need Storm with the carriers. You can't just make carriers. You'll die.
Storm. Classic on quite a good economy, though. 4 bases, rather healthy economy. He's got the Disruptors, which he's relying on. The Vipers are there to counteract that. And yeah, there being no High Templar means no feedback on these Vipers.
Rogue doing a bit of an attack into the natural base of Classic. Hallucinated Disruptors that can't do anything. That's hilarious.
They were abducted, though.
Oh, did he abduct the hallucination?
Yeah,
nice. Okay, that's genius.
Classic is just showing us some big brain plays.
Oh.
No
all
observer.
right. So
yes, observer. Okay.
everything dies here for Rogue. He's rebuilding Hydras and Lings.
The Protoss is getting up to carriers while this is going on, however.
Yeah, Rogue has not thrown down Spires, which is what Zerg players will do when they recognize that there are carriers out. So I'm a little bit concerned about Rogue here that he doesn't know this is happening.
Classic is just playing such a damn good game.
It's really, really good PvZ here.
Like, Rogue's been finding 1 or 2 little openings here, but they have not got the damage.
He's doing it again, hallucinating Disruptors. It's not coming with the rest. Oh, is he using it to hold a... Nope, here we go.
Okay, Novas. Old.
Lurker down. That accomplishes nothing. Fun stuff, though. More Lurkers. Rogue doesn't know. Look, you can do this kind of with Hydralisks if you have Microbial Shroud and, like, Vipers. But he's missing the Microbial Shroud and he doesn't have a Hydra count. Okay, +1 flyer attack is getting started. So I think that's an indication he knows there's carriers now.
That's sometimes just the Zerg thing, though, right? That they'll start researching that on the back in case. He hasn't actually seen them yet, though.
It's usually, if he knows they're carriers, then it's 2 Spires and double upgrades. Which he's not doing. He's making more Hydras.
On in here. This army could potentially die. Oh my gosh.
Alright, Lurkers burrowing. Good hit. Good.
Okay, and there's the carriers. There's only a certain number of Hydras here.
Rogue fires up 24 Hydralisks back home, because this army is not doing super well. I mean, if the Interceptors are trying to kill Lurkers, Hydra's going to get free shots, but no. Then the Lurkers die.
Yeah.
Alright, so Classic holds, loses 16 probes, but that's not a huge deal. And here, okay, so Rogue's trying to do this with pure Hydra. I don't agree with this.
I mean, maybe he's thinking he killed enough of Classic's army that he can make it happen.
How many
Hydra,
carriers
Vipers, good abducts, maybe?
Oh, there's 4 more carriers on the way, and there's already 6. It is getting to a critical mass of carriers to where your Hydras cannot do it, especially if there's Storm. Hey, look, Storm's done. No, I don't Rogue. I don't like this. I disapprove.
Classic just casually taking the bottom right base.
Yeah, no big deal.
Why would Rogue look there?
I think Rogue's going to take the top left based on this pattern. What's that attack in the top left? What is this? Oh, Warp Prism trying to do stuff? Trying to mess with this base, but too many Lurkers and Hydras. Rich Vespian guys are here. Always nice to have if you're a Zergy Zerg.
Yeah,
All right, so
Corruptors.
finally throwing up Corruptors. So I was worried he wouldn't do this, but you need them.
Yeah, I mean, still though, this is a monstrous army by Classic.
It is. I'm not saying the Corruptors make this easy by any stretch, but...
Archon's getting added on in. He's almost maxed out. The Zerg has no bank. For a Zerg to defeat a Protoss maxed out army, they need at least one remax most of the time. Gonna need to be some god tier control here by the Zerg. Either that or to somehow dissuade Classic from forcing the issue here.
Oh, Disruptor's getting some nice hits. Interceptor's kind of getting burned down by the Hydras a little bit here. Interceptor count not super healthy. 6 at a time being produced. You're trying to make up for that. +3 missile attack on the way. +2 flyer attack. More Corruptors coming in. High Templar warping in. They won't have enough energy for Storm immediately, but... Oh, he's Archoning them. Never mind. They're going to be used as Archons. It's cool.
Yeah, Classic just wants his nerd dead now.
And the Archons getting hits off on those Corruptors is kind of the goal here. Blinding Cloud getting tossed down a little bit. One Archon explodes. Rogue in full retreat, and this base is just sacked. Get on out. It's almost dead, but...
Oh, another Storm hitting the Hydras. There's so many Interceptors here. This is 10 carriers. Feedback hitting the Vipers.
Parasitic Bomb on the carriers, but it doesn't really matter.
No, Rogue, I mean, Classic does not care. He's gonna take this game. He's gonna be on match point.
He's got it. GG.
Oh my
Classic.
gosh. Oh my gosh,
Doing...
Classic, how are you so good?
How are you able to perfectly execute what Protoss have been doing against Zerg in every PvZ over the last 6 months? Like, that's amazing. That was perfectly done. Rogue never had a window to punish the carrier transition. He didn't get enough Corruptors out. There were no abducts on the carriers either. Like, he didn't have enough Corruptors to one-shot a carrier, which is a huge problem. I mean, there was just a ton that really went well there for Classic, and Rogue did not respond perfectly to it and was punished for it. That's how it works, man. If Zergs can handle it perfectly, they can definitely win. It's a big ask for them to handle it perfectly, you know? Yeah, Classic is just an absolute beast. A beast in PvZ right now. Taking 3 games off of Rogue in the series, where I think most people would have assumed maybe he gets 2, but I think 3 is overachieving. Yeah, just a boss. The end. Trying to see if the players can agree to what the next map is, I guess. I'm not sure what we're doing in there. But yeah, thanks everybody for hanging out so far. Appreciate your support. Appreciate everyone who's used the Matcherino button so far today. If you haven't already, then go ahead and go to the Matcherino link, matcherino.com/tournament/55403. Super easy. Log in, click the button that throws free money at these players. Tell them thank you for showing up at this Africa World event. And they'll appreciate it, and we'll appreciate it. We don't get the money, but we appreciate the love you show to the players. And next time, we'll have high-level players as well.
Yeah, guys, we've literally got the best players in the world.
Yeah, really can't do better than this.
And contributing to the Matcherino does help encourage them to come back. Okay, loading on in. So now that Classic's on match point, does he take it or does Rogue bring it back?
If Classic can just do in this game what he did in the last one, then absolutely Classic can win. I don't know that he needs to deviate from the plan at all. I guess the one concern would be that Rogue figures out its carriers faster and has a better answer for it.
Rogue did take quite a while to get the confirmation scout.
Yeah.
Okay, now, here in the top right, it's Classic.
And in the bottom left, it is Rogue.
Roguey boy. Rogue.
All right, Classic. What shenanigans do you have? Yeah, no hatch block, number 1. That counts as shenanigans. It's so strange. Huh.
It's so smart, though, right?
Well, if you're just trying to mess with him, sure. But every other Protoss player in the world just thinks just hatch block. It's better to do it every time, you know?
Mm-hmm. I mean, I guess for the mental factor, though, Classic says yeah. And is it really every Protoss who does it all the time, or is there like a Protoss who doesn't do it?
I mean, to be fair, I haven't watched or cast much of Max Packs or like Showtime recently. Maybe some of the foreigners don't do it, but every like top tier Korean Zergs, the Zest, the Trap, this you know, the SOS, the Stats, before Stats left, they were doing it.
Zhaon would be, or Joan, pardon me, would be good to
yeah.
look at.
He'd be good to look at for sure.
Someone must know this.
It really does feel like every top tier Korean Protoss is doing it in every game against Zerg right now.
Classic just likes blocking the third, though.
Yeah, that's what he's into.
I guess maybe it's easier to block the third than it is to block the natural.
Why?
I mean, basically, as opposed to, as far as blocking the actual third base of the Zerg, maybe it's easier to block the third base when it's actually at the third base location, as opposed to when it's at the natural base location, if that makes sense.
Yeah. All right.
Because I guess the difference there would be that the Zergs keep their overlords at their natural, so they'd see the probe hanging out.
Yeah, much easier to spot that.
I don't know. That's interesting. Or maybe it's one of those things in Classic, it's like, just because.
Because we can. Stargate, Adapt, Metabolic Boost, Warp Gate Research. Nothing about this is weird at all.
Well, you said do the same thing, pretty much.
That's what Classic's happy with right now.
Yeah, the Adepts have been doing them real well, so I wouldn't mind seeing that again. If my fanboyism in Classic ever waned, this is 100% renewed it.
100% what?
100% renewed it. Not that it did. I thought if there was going to be a pro gamer who'd come back and reach the highest level, Classic was a pretty good bet.
Alright, Oracle. Oh, Classic broke the streak. He lost his Oracle and won the game.
You're right.
Pattern broke.
Well, let's watch this one.
We'll watch your career with great interest.
Yes, we shall.
Too fast for the camera, Oracle. Slow down.
It is. No drones. Alright, there's 3 queens. Let's see if the thing is true. Does Classic adjust? Ooh.
Yes, he does. He backs out instantly.
He
Otherwise,
sees 3 and he's like 1, 2, 3. Oh, that creep tumor could be a nice pickup. Not gonna grab it though. It is interesting how Classic elects to make just one Oracle too, right?
yes. He never makes any more than that.
Sometimes I feel like watching Starcraft is akin to watching like a nature documentary or going on like a nature safari.
Yeah.
And there's like
I
a
can see that.
lion eating a gazelle or a zebra or something. And you're like, but why does it do that?
Nature
Why
is
does the
beautiful
lion
and
eat the zebra?
deep questions.
It's like, I don't know. Just
Charge and
because.
a warp prism coming in.
Yeah, I like it. Archons warping in. This is akin to his build in game number 2, I want to say.
Yeah.
Or what? One of the games, anyway. The Archons, the charge lots.
I think that was 2. 11 roaches getting fired up, safety roaches, and here comes some Archon harass, but there is going to be some charge lot behind it.
This is more than safety roaches, is it, though?
10?
15?
Pretty safety. 15 is getting into we're moving out.
Yeah, roach speed, tunneling claws on the way, or glial reconstitution, pardon me.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
Jump on it.
Ooh,
forced to
don't
cancel.
lose that, or that will be it.
Okay, so War Prism makes it out of there. Oracle's trying to... Oh my gosh, the Oracle can't burn that down.
Recall
with an Archon it can.
Oh.
That Archon cannot get saved. It can't get close enough.
Oh, I think he could have recalled it.
Ugh. Maybe.
Anyway, he gets out with the Prism and 1 Archon, which is decent. But
Yeah, he kills a base, doesn't do much else.
when you consider there's 18 roaches coming his way, is it that decent? Oh, the cannons get delayed even for a second is huge at this point. Okay, 4 batteries, that's a lot. Will we see any more? Maybe 1 at the natural or something? Great contaminate.
Haven't seen it contaminate in a hot minute. That's great.
Yeah, it's been a second.
Alright, so the March of the Queens. Here we go. Shield battery, shield battery, shield battery.
Yeah, Classic's been trying to reach to Psystorm, but he's not gonna have that long. He needs 40 seconds. He can feed back the Queens and morph Archons, but really he needs to morph the Archons ahead of time.
Yep, he doesn't have time for it. This is a massive Roach Ravager army.
That is so much.
Holy crap, maxed out at 8 minutes while dealing with harassment.
Psystorm not being chrono boosted is a big deal. No battery at the natural was added, so the overcharge there is not an option.
Void Ray got his work cut out for him.
It is doing work at the natural. The Zealots, the Oracles, keeping it safe. So Rogue's push in has been delayed here.
Storm's only 5 seconds away. Yeah.
Oh. Okay. The High Templar stays alive. Is there going to be a Psystorm?
Yes. And that's a good place to storm because there's not a lot of room for the Zerg to retreat from that position. But there's just so much. Okay, alright. Alright, look, I know you got your shield battery overcharged and stuff, but that is so much Zerg. Something's killing drones on the other side, but it doesn't matter. It's 1 Zealot hacking away.
Oh, man. We're going to ace match, it looks like, unless Classic can pull a rabbit out of his hat. He's got 2 Immortals, unfortunately. He does not have a Prism to juggle them with. And no batteries.
3 Immortals. Yeah, no batteries in the natural is a big time problem.
All the Queens are dead, though, and the Void Ray's here.
Yeah, Void Ray can kill all of this, given enough time. But 3rd base definitely dead. Rogue's got a 4th base coming up, making a Hydralisk Den to deal with these annoying Void Rays. Classic's 3rd base goes down. He's on 2 bases at 9.5 minutes, which is not good at all. Those 50 workers, though. And Rogue decides to pull back a little bit. Did he restart? He canceled his Hydra Den.
He did, yeah. He's gone
Go for a Spire. Oh, interesting. Oh, Spires take forever to build, though. What's he gonna do with it? That's the question.
It's got to be a 2-base from Classic, right?
I don't see how he establishes a 3rd base with any confidence right now.
I mean, he's got 5 Immortals, 4 High Templar.
Okay, well, confidence it is. Here we go.
Yeah, all these roaches though, with their speed, they can just be in, out, dead 3rd.
Okay, so that probe there. Oh, we are expanding, trying.
Let's give it a shot, Classic. All inning probably wouldn't work either, so.
What is Rogue's just sending? He's full sending to that 3rd base and letting this die.
Look at these. Yeah, this is nuts.
Oh no! Wait, where are you coming back for?
Apparently the Prism. There's a Storm drop. Oh my gosh, he's gonna kill it.
Dude, Classic, you
void is
cannot.
That void wasn't overcharging though, which was a big mistake. Oh no. Oh no,
Oh,
no.
and he saves it. Oh, are you kidding me? There's like 10 HP on that hatch.
That was a big mistake by Classic. That other void did not prismatic charge when it could have.
Maybe it used it and it was out.
I did click on it, and at least for a second it had it. So
It was up. Okay, fair enough.
okay, 11 mutts are out now. This void still wants to kill a hatchery.
Maybe not that one, but a hatchery.
One day.
32 links in production. So Rogue's maxed out on Roach, Ravager, Zergling, Muta. Some Ravagers getting made here too.
Okay, there's the mutts.
Are like one cannon, huh?
That's cute. Classic's like, ruh-roh.
Ow. Ow.
And he's gone.
He's got 2 Phoenix this time. Is 2 Phoenix enough to wipe out this Mutalisk flock? 3 was before.
I'm gonna go ahead and say no. Yeah, he's pushing rock in a hard place here for Classic. Looks like Rogue is gonna put us on the ace match.
Snipe and High Templar fighting an Archon, not great, but when you have so much other stuff on the ground here.
It's closer than I thought it would be.
Wait, what? Classic, what are you doing? Alright.
I mean,
So 17 roaches got fired up is the problem for Classic.
That
he
is
won.
the problem.
He won that fight. 20 roaches on the way now.
Yeah, he's still 3 base against 6 though.
Yeah. Only 67 workers for Rogue. He's not like he's not at 80 or anything.
Yeah, against 33 though.
Right.
I think it's going to be one of those survive, but for what? Situations. Okay, in comes the Zerg. 60 army supply up for Rogue. Classic does have +3. That's probably why he won the last fight.
How does he have time to get upgrades,
I don't
honestly?
even know how he does it.
Rogue has +1.
Battery overcharge.
Shield battery overcharge. How good is battery overcharge? A test.
Not done yet. Now it's done.
My gosh, 1 shield battery overcharge and like 5 immortals enough to hold that off.
I mean, +3 immortals are pretty good against roaches.
Yeah, and Ravagers.
There's the storm. There it is. Don't think you can ask for much better.
No, that was beautifully
Classic
placed.
is freaking fighting hard here. The Phoenix tap tagging in, the Immortals doing what they can. Looks
Dude,
like there's only 2 left, however.
But there's not many Ravagers here. It doesn't matter, though. Reinforcements coming up. 13 roaches spawning back home.
That was a good try by
Rogue.
Classic, but in the end...
He's just so hard to kill. He is so hard to kill. Man, he's like a Terran. You can cripple him and still take you 10 minutes to destroy him.
He's a master of defense.
So we're on Beckett Industries for the next match.
That's how Classic won me over as a fan. Even back in the day when I was like just like a salty Terran fanboy all the time. At some point you had to look at Classic and be like, the Terrans are throwing everything they can at this guy. And he just doesn't die. Because he just plays so crisp.
Just perfect micro, making good use of those shield batteries. All of it is so important.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are heading into the last game. Thanks so much to everyone for sticking on with us throughout this awesome return to Afrika World after a short break. Yeah, I don't think we could have asked for better games.
No, definitely not. And a 7-game series, too. Like, that's just... that is beautiful.
All right. Introducing, spawning in the bottom left-hand side of the map, Beckett Industries. It's Classic.
And in the top right, it's Rogue, GSL champion, Gary Guy.
Okay. Beckett. What's your take on this map?
It's a weird map. It's like, it's skinny, right? It's very narrow.
Mm-hmm.
It's a average size rush distance. Speed zones help that rush distance. And the third base is kind of hard to take for Protoss and Terran.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Okay. Probe scout by Classic. What do you do this game if you're Classic? Just the tried and true Stargate, right?
I mean, if you don't, you're basically asking Rogue to hit you with mutas. Which nobody wants to do.
Block at the third with the probe.
Yeah, getting a little predictable here, Classic.
Will he drop the pylon?
Yes.
He wants to, but the probe's taking damage, so. Rogue shuts her down.
Alright, Rogue gets a win there. Getting that third base down at 2 minutes or sooner is something he really loves to do, so he's got to be very happy about that.
Okay. One Adept, Stargate. Yeah, he does seem to be running into that Protoss predicament, which you run out of builds towards the end of a series.
Right.
Two Lings for Rogue, gonna go on in, but the Adept for Classic pops. We'll shut those down.
Yeah, Slowling, not a great unit, but does get a nice scout off. Sees the Oracle coming in, at the very least.
Yeah, Classic notably does reverse his order this game. Oracle, then potentially Void Ray. Or just Oracle, then something else. We'll keep an eye on that. It is a Void Ray. Does he commit? No, he doesn't.
Yeah, taking a little bit better care of these Adepts, but if they finish that shade inside... Alright, keeps them alive. Third base coming up nicely from Classic along that left side. Expansion patterns are a little bit weird here. Again, just because the map is so narrow, there's not a lot of room to go left to right.
Yeah. Yeah, you're very shoehorned as far as what expansions you take.
So Rogue committing here to a decent group of Zerglings as the Oracle gets a couple drones.
All of these Adepts.
Oh, they're both dead.
Another
Bam.
one warps in, but that warp in position
Oh,
for the Zealot is actually
You
interesting.
take so much damage when you're warping in. Okay, so that was what? 2 Adepts, 3 Adepts, and a Zealot that died there? That's
Beautiful.
definitely a fair trade.
Oh no! Oh, the Ling Scout gets in.
Oh, he jukes back around, gets in.
Perfect scout by Rogue.
The Fleet Beacon and the Stargate. Oh, Classic's got to be so mad.
Yeah, his persistence pays off perfectly.
Well, he made it
there it
seem
is.
like, cancel the Fleet Beacon, moving into Twilight.
Twilight Robo Forge.
Oh. But he made it look like his Lings were leaving, and then as soon as Classic canceled that pylon, duped back in. I was just,
Oh, the levels of play between these guys.
It's beautiful is what it is. So good to see. Yeah. Adepts would be dead if not for Oracle Friend there, so... They send Oracle Friend thank you cards on Christmas.
You think they do?
I think so. I think Adepts that live can owe a lot to Oracles throughout the history of ZVP.
I think you're probably right about that. Okay, so Aspire from Rogue.
Yeah.
Aspire, he's getting +1, but no Roach worn out even yet. So this is kind of greedy play, but this is exactly what you do as the Zerg if you think you're up against Fleet Beacon, right?
Right.
Classics changed course, though. Okay, Overseer rescouts.
Alright, Roachhorn fired up, plus a missile attack is not being cancelled. Obviously, you'll need that.
Mm-hmm.
Phoenix coming in to deal with potential Mutalisks. And Zergling's just really not anything to do. That's a lot of Lings that Rogue committed to, and it's just not accomplishing much with these ones. I guess the early ones got a ton of stuff done, so it kind of balances out.
Good on Rogue for the rescout, however. In order to say, alright, I need a Roachhorn because all of a sudden in comes Classic with this nasty attack. There is only a few Roaches being made. The Mutas may be forced to help defend this attack. We'll see. 9 Queens is no joke.
I like how there's one Corruptor.
You gotta have it.
I guess. Like, Zerg's funny in that having one of anything is kind of bad, you know?
Yeah. Just for the attention. Anyway, in comes a lot of Zealots here for Classic. Rogue fires up 12 Roaches now, but they seem to be a little bit too late. Archons, Zealots going on in. The Mutas are going to fight the Archons. Phoenix are supporting, however. But the Archons are actually doing quite well, and the Zealots are really just hugging the Queens. This could be it as in goes Classic Rogue's army
my
holding
gosh.
on.
The Mutas are gone. Roach is reinforcing here. Defender's advantage is really important in this position. He should be able to clean these Zealots up.
He does.
There's an attack up for the natural, too, though. What is that blinking? Something was up here. All right.
The
Rogue
Archons
hangs on.
survive.
Like,
that's a big deal.
Yes. He lost so many Mutalisks there, though. He can't really commit to those anymore. He's got to be done. There's Phoenix around. There's Archons around. Changelings, part of the army. Look at this. Good scout. Great Changeling scout. Classic not instantly killing them either. Crazy. This one Corruptor's like, bring it, Phoenix. It takes you 47 shots to kill me. Hydralisk Gen Infestation Pit coming in. And Rogue probably going to take a 5th at the 12 o'clock based on the creep spread patterns here.
Alright, Classic stabilizing on 4 bases. Rogue got himself quite a good economy, going up to his 5th. Neither player, I'll say, is in an amazing spot.
No. Rogue doing his typical lurker stuff that he likes doing against Protoss. But I think Classics beat lurkers both with Skytoss and with a ground army today. So I don't know how I feel about lurkers as much. Classic seems to be able to handle those.
He really does. And then again, Rogue has not been able to successfully reach the scary amount of lurkers with all their upgrades and everything. So perhaps that's what Rogue is aiming for here. He's got himself the Group Spines upgrades on the way. He's firing up 5 lurkers right away. So his army is looking decent. And there's already 5 spores on the way too. Is he expecting an air transition?
That is a lot of spores for this army.
Yeah.
What the heck?
Classics oracles are no joke, but
it's a bit of an overcommittal. Rogue attacking down the left side while Classic comes up the right side here.
Stasis Ward catches a huge chunk of those roaches.
Oh, that's a fantastic Stasis Ward. Holy crap, that's so good.
And that is a lot of supply not on Rogue's side of the map. Classic's not going to attack on in, however. He's just going to settle for killing all these roaches, it would appear.
Oh, wow. Oh, okay. All right. Stasis wards, MVP.
Classic's like, oh, right, I actually have to kill those.
Right. Hold on. Nom, 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 nom. All right. That was horrifically bad for Rogue. That went about as poorly as it could.
Yeah, not great. He did buy time, though, which has allowed him to swap out that roach supply for hydras, which in turn turns into more lurkers. Stargate's on the way for Classic. We will see that Sky Toss on the way. These two guys really giving it their all here. Ooh, lots of Zealots going in for Classic, but they gotta get out.
Yeah, they think better of it. There's too many lurkers.
Those are lurkers.
Yeah. A couple lurkers they can handle, but it gets up to like 4 or 5 and it gets real bad.
I guess the notable difference here is that Classic doesn't have disruptors in this ground army to deal with the lurkers.
But, you know, Storm Immortal, pretty good nevertheless.
The Immortals are taking a lot of damage, though. Quite a few perished there.
Yeah, that lurker range upgrade is super, super useful in these situations.
In a choke point like that, it's fantastic.
Yeah. Oh, I guess that's another thing about this map is a lot of narrow chokes. Which Zerg don't usually like, but when it comes to lurkers, they're cool with it. Tectonic Destabilizers, and we're making 4 Tempests.
Wow.
Classic is not going carriers with the transition, it's Tempest.
I mean, with all the Spore Crawlers, maybe that's why. Kill the Spores, push on in.
Yeah, maybe...
I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he just basically assumed carriers would not be as good because the Spores already exist. See, then you plant your lurkers in this choke and see on offensive lurkers are sick too.
This is quite a position Rogue's got himself in here with Classic coming from behind. However, this could be an overcommitment. In comes the Protoss army. Psystorm drops. The lurkers are getting damage done, but will they fall before they can deal enough of it?
Lurkers taking out a lot of this army, but they do end up falling to the remaining Immortals and Archons here. So 20 Hydras getting fired up. Rogue expanding down the bottom right side here too for his 6th. And that one lurker is going to try to take down a Nexus by himself.
And by God, he'll try.
He's being left alone to his own devices. Let's the Phoenix kill him, which they can't because they can't see him. Ah, Revelation. Is there enough damage to kill this?
Don't know. Lurkers are tough. Nope.
Okay, so
2 lifts.
Yeah. And off the edge you go.
Okay. 4 Stargates for Classic. He's making Void Rays now, which is odd. The Tempest and Voids is quite odd against a mass Hydra composition.
It is.
But this is
not good.
Keeping Zest away from anything else.
Full surround though. Ling's getting on top of the Immortal.
Gosh, the Psystorm is nuts here, but it really didn't get good enough connections. There's even more coming down.
He's had to storm his own units to get those Lings off him. That's never good.
No, it really is not. Zealot's warping on in, and it looks like Rogue may see his opportunity here, laying on the Hydras. As he's just,
22 Hydras in production. How much storm do you have, Classic? He asks. Oh, Lurker Hydra, when there's not a lot of storm and the Immortal count's been reduced, there's 2 coming in. But look at these Tempests get burned out of the sky here. Tempest down, Zealots holding position, additional Hydras are joining the party. Oh, okay, that's a huge problem. Void Rays just trade so poorly versus these Hydras. So bad.
That is a monolithic problem for a Protoss player who's been fighting so hard in this series. Things are looking a little bit rough for Classic. An Observer is on the way. He's making more and more Tempest against the Hydras, interestingly enough.
No, I don't know about this.
How much more Psystorm does he have? The answer is not a lot. He should have a battery overcharge.
There's your Observer. Oh, the Observer gets immediately sniped, though.
Zerg backs off. Classic, though, stuck on 4 bases now. 15 minutes into the game. That is not good.
Hey, Keanu. Glad you're enjoying the stream, Keanu. This is a great series.
Oh, another Psystorm. The Tempest with the Psystorm, we're able to pop off the Hydras quite quickly. Oh my gosh, Classic getting some good efficiency here. He's got to be careful.
Holds.
Okay, he holds.
Wow. He did lose a base, though, and Rogue is happily sitting on his 6 right now. So that is not good. The long-term outlook here for Classic is bad. He's making more High Templar, 4 of them at a time. He's long-distance mining from that base, but he doesn't have the money to replace it easily.
Nor does he have a Psystorm here. As Rogue, yeah, coming in on this.
Jumping on it. Oh, couldn't quite get a surround on those Immortals, but the Lings really wanted to. Oh, he is trying to expand down here. That's not going to happen. Cancel. Cancel it. Oh, cancel it. And does not cancel it. That hurts immensely as well. Yeah, if Rogue's just here for base denial, I think he can win this.
Yeah, Classic is building up that army, though, right?
Yes.
Like, and as long as he's got a good enough amount of supply, he's not out of this game.
He needs another base, though. He needs that base at the 6 o'clock to work. If it keeps dying, he's just going to get starved out.
I think he can hold on to it now this time. This time he's got 5 High Templar.
He's working on carriers, too. Not enough Corruptors to one-shot these dudes. Are you just jumping in there? Okay.
Ooh, he is.
I guess we're just jumping in. If you have enough Corruptors to one-shot the Tempest and one-shot the Carriers, then they're amazing.
Yeah, they really are. And that's why Protoss usually does have to add in Archons, Void Rays, that kind of thing, to make the Zerg pay for those commitments in.
Oh, Rogue jumping on that 9 o'clock, though. There's not a lot going on, but every probe's important here for Classic. He's around 50 to the 85 that Rogue has. Also, the gas income was important. Rogue kind of poking on the right side, too, but...
Yeah, Corruptors and then splitting the ground army for Zerg. Pretty Classic move. Not a lot of resources left at this base, so it's not like a huge loss for Classic.
Classic's just getting squeezed in, though. Look at this. Look where the creep is. Look where the bases are.
Yeah.
Classic's getting backed into a corner, and he cannot feel good about that.
Well, I still think if he can force a fight against Rogue, though, that he can take this.
Agreed. He's got a really good comp. I'm not sure how useful the Tempests are here, but as far as clearing out Spore Forests, they're amazing.
Yeah, and they could be the tool that he needs to force the fight. Rogue's actually going on in. Rogue should not be doing this, I feel. He's taken the fight. Psystorm goes down on the Lurkers. Tempest Carriers doing their work. The Corruptors are being zoned away. A good fight for Classic, it appears.
Yeah, Lurkers get obliterated there thanks to the Zealots and the Immortals, and Classic says, now it's time, let's go.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
11 Hydras, 8 Corruptors in production for Rogue, but Classic is on a rampage.
He really is, and that's all there is for the Zerg. Corruptors and Hydras, when there's, I mean, 5 High Templar still on the ground, able to drop Psystorm. That is very tricky to deal with as the Zerg. Lurkers being added on in to help deal with that ground army, to help deal with the High Templar. Classic is ignoring the base in the bottom right for now, which is significant.
Ooh, that seems like a problem. Does he know it's there?
Yes, he does. He's just trying to take the fight of the game right now, it would seem.
That is an interesting choice for sure. All right, well, Corruptors coming in the left side.
Storm's going down. They're pretty darn good, but the Corruptors are on the Protoss army. There's that storming of his own force once again, and that does not look too good. Psystorm's finally landing on the High Templar, but it might be a little bit too late. Classic supply is dropping.
Oh, just enough to roll here. Archons coming into existence only to instantly die. Army value 121 to 7. Classic's warping in some Zealots and High Templar, but it doesn't seem like it's going to be enough. What a absolute banger of a fight.
What a match. I mean, Classic has not tapped out yet, but there's the Greater Spire on the way. Rogue is pretty darn sure he's got this one. And,
yeah. Brood Lords are, how do I slam the door shut on my opponent when I already have him beat?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a good attempt, but in the end, Classic maybe just stepped a little bit too far forward there. Should have just gone for the base in the bottom right, perhaps. And,
Yeah, killing that base and pulling back, I think would have been amazing for him.
yeah, the Corruptors just committed on in, and he was storming his own army, which is not a good thing. GG, Rogue takes it.
What an absolutely sick series. That was amazing. Can't ask for a better 7-game series than that, I don't think.
No, that was an amazing return to a Freaka World.
More Classic, please. Come back, Classic. We love you.
Oh, we will invite him many more times down the road, I assure you.
God, that final fight just went so much better for Rogue than I thought it would. There were so many storms coming in all over the place on the Hydras, on the Corruptors, but just enough. The Hydras dodging as well as they can. Corruptors forcing Classic to storm his own units to a certain extent. That was pretty bad, and then it just kind of snowballed. Units kept dying over and over, and then there was nothing left. And he didn't have the economy to remax even close or rebuild onto anything. So, GG, Rogue, you monster. But Classic gave him everything he could handle today.
That was Classic showing us what form he's in, how darn good of a player he is these days. And, I mean, it's late, but I'm wide awake after that one. That was great.
Yeah, absolutely. More in the future. 100%.
That was honestly probably one of the best Freaka Worlds we've had. Straight up. That was great. Okay. Thanks so much to everyone for tuning on in. To everyone who stayed through the entire tournament or just joined us at the end, thanks so much for watching. You can find more of Falcon Paladin and I on the YouTube and Twitter and pretty much all social media and stuff like that. Yeah, just our usernames down below. And thanks so much to everyone for tuning in. Before we head out, do you have anything to add?
No, that's it. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for using that Matcherino button. Really appreciate it. We'll be back in a couple weeks probably. So set your calendars, bookmark this page, follow us on Twitter, and we'll see you next time.
Thanks so much to everyone for tuning in. We'll see you next time, guys.
Bye.
Bye-bye.